Clive confirms that he had uncovered a raft of complaints about her in both cities.
She had taken monies from people on all sorts of deals, things from cars to properties to insurance policies.
Wesley Muller hired Clive after falling prey to Shalane too. But this time it was all about a PPE deal back in March 2021, when she was also trading under the business Claude Stevens Holdings.
Shalane was then advertising as the distributor. It was her main business, her own stock she was bringing in from China.
Wesley had lost his job during COVID and was impressed with Shalane's confidence.
She did definitely sound like she knew what she was talking about, like she's done this quite a lot. So I felt at the time comfortable with who I was dealing with.
He received the quote for the surgical gloves, 400 boxes, which worked out to 778,000 rands.
Immediately after I did that, I gave her a call, said, I made the payment, what is the next step? She said, no problem, we can meet. The next day came, waited for a response, no response.
Shalane eventually called and made different rendezvous points, but in the end, the meeting and handover never took place.
And it just went spiraling after that. So after back and forth requesting, begging in my messages to her for my money to come back, she kept on repeatedly saying, it's not what we agreed on. You can't touch me, you can't take the money back.
Wesley then went and opened a case at the Bedfordview police station. The investigating officer at the time got Shalane there from Four Ways, was given a 50,000 rand bribe. She admits it and brags about it.
3 days after that, I heard nothing. So I went to Bedford police station myself and spoke to the captain. The captain told me that this detective had now been transferred to Polokwane. The alarm bells there started just ringing like Christmas bells.
Police spokesperson Colonel Dimokatso Selo urged Wesley to report the alleged bribery incident to the station and lay a formal complaint. SAPS further assured us that Wesley's theft docket is with the senior state prosecutor. Meanwhile, Brenda was living through her own nightmare, having to explain the fraud that had allegedly been committed by Shalane under her watch. The money would go off that person's account.
Yes.
And then they would flag it to the bank and say, hang on, I don't have a policy with so-and-so and so-and-so. And that's how you would find out.
The person is supposed to be committing, and then with the retirement annuity, they can go 2 months in arrears. So in other words, if the first month it doesn't go off,
It's okay.
It's okay. Even on the second month it doesn't go off, it falls off books, basically.
Brenda lost her license to practice as a financial advisor.
I was immediately put on suspension because it's fraud. I think within 10 days after that, they debarred me.
Had Brenda checked, she would have discovered that Shalane herself had been disbarred in 2014. Her honesty and integrity had come into question, according to a search on the FSCA website.
If you're debarred from this industry that you considered your job, then you're not allowed to play in it anymore. So if you can sell the list because you know there's hungry people out there, 4 lists, 4 leads, let's define it there, 4 leads, then you know there's an opportunity.
And it's here, under the radar, that Shalane operated.
You're committing fraud, yes, you're committing because you're selling me a promise and a lying list, but I mean, at the end of it, what am I going to sue you for?
In desperation, Lisa went to the police.
Fraud, theft, extortion at the Honeydew police station.
An investigating officer, together with Lisa, paid Shalane a visit.
You go your way, and no, listen to me. You go your way, you go your way.
Negotiate when you've done something wrong.
But Shalane refused to accompany the police for questioning.
It's not about doing anything wrong. There's ways to do things, officer. Don't come and intimidate me in my house. Yes, you are. The way I cannot go with you to the police station.
Later, Shalane refused to pay Lisa back.
Because I harassed her and they kept on phoning her, my people phoned her. No, she's not paying the money back. She started threatening and she got aggressive and saying things like, yeah, I must get a bodyguard, she's coming after me.
She threatened to send Nigerians, that she knows a lot of African people that can end my life and end my family's life.
No one has seen their money, yet Shalane allegedly lives what can only be described as a celebrity lifestyle.
She was a normal Indian girl when she arrived from Durban. Now she's had a whole lot of procedures done to herself. I think she wants to look like 4 ways Beyonce.
So what has she had done? Enhancements, as you call
Her
it.
boobs have been done, her lips, and she's got a Beyonce bum or a Kardashian bum.
Who paid for that?
Well, whoever's money she took. I think the enhancements were about 600,000 rand.
What?
Correct.
And like you said, entertaining?
Entertaining at Cubana Lounge, she can spend 20, 30 grand there, no problem. Hair's been at the hairdresser, top lipstick, top handbag, top shoes. No, listen, she's kitted out. She goes and shops at the Diamond Square in Sandton City. She buys top of the range.
Wesley has since opened a second case, but the wheels of justice are moving slowly.
It's still ongoing at the moment. The case is still pending. I'm still speculating in terms of my trust, in terms of the process of where we're going to be ending up at. So, yeah, I don't trust anything at the moment.
Saps is sleeping.
How did it ruin the lives of your other clients?
Lisa Van Molson, I don't think will recover. Wesley Miller had to move into the back rooms of his in-laws' house because of the 800,000 rand that she stole. He had to pay it back. And it ruined him. It crippled him.
Lisa's criminal case went nowhere.
At